Powcast Sports. Maligayang pagbabalik po sa Powcast Sports. Ako po si Pow Salud. Usapang basketball po tayo ngayon. December 26 games. Ang ganda ng mga laro. 5 laro at pinanood ko po yung NBA games live sa Disney Plus. Just in case hindi nyo pa alam, pwede nyo pong panoodin yan. So check it out. Anyway, ang pag-usapan natin ngayon, yung Lakers po, yung pagkatalo po ng Lakers, meron kasi silang malaking problema na kailangan nyo malaman. So yung Lakers, pag-uusapan natin. Pag-usapan din natin yung napakagandang laro na napanood ko rin ng Denver Nuggets at Minnesota Timberwolves. Yung laro ni Stephen Curry, hindi ko masyado napanood. Pero kahit na hindi maganda ang kanyang laro, pero nanalo pa rin. Yan at iba pa. So hindi na natin ito papatagalin. Just in case guys, hindi pa kayo nakasubscribe, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. At alam mo, ang malaki nakakatulong sa akin, before the game, I actually watch the ESPN NBA pregame show sa Disney Plus. Ang laki nang naitutulong. Tsaka syempre, sobrang saya panoodin ni na Charles Barkley, ni na Shaquille O'Neal, yung kanilang banter. It's so good. Anyway guys, pag-usapan na natin, pero bago yan, syempre, pakita ko muna sa inyo yung mga resulta ng mga laro kanina lamang, just in case ninyo pa napanood. The Knicks and the Cavaliers, it was a very close game. I think this was so early na hindi ko na napanood. But 126-124, look at the New York Knicks with 42 big points in the fourth quarter. And this is also a top storyline. You know what? Let me check this out. Kahit na hindi natin na napanood masyado, let's go ahead and look at the Spurs versus the OKC Thunders. Just in case, I think marami na kagad nagsasabi that the Spurs is the kryptonite of the OKC Thunders. Why? 3 beses na po nila tinatalo ang number 1 team at former champion na OKC, Kompleto pa sila, And SGA, let's look at the statistics here. Team statistics, ayan, Look at the shooting of the OKC Thunder, 39% and 54% for the San Antonio Spurs. So doon pa lang, alam na natin kagad kung paano nanalo ang San Antonio Spurs. So OKC, bad shooting. Sino ba ang ating dapat checkin dito? So, sa San Antonio Spurs, Harrison Barnes, 15 points. Ito talaga sa De'Aaron Fox. Malaki yung, I think, yung effect ng De'Aaron Fox sa San Antonio Spurs simula nang naging really active na siya. Of course, may Stephon Castle pa sila. Ibang klase talaga. But let's look at Wemby. Wemby actually just played 26 minutes. 19 points lang siya. But again, overall, the San Antonio Spurs is looking like they're gonna build a dynasty. Parang isa na lang talagang, actually ngayon pa lang, ang tindi na nila Madagdagan pa yan ng isang magaling. Ewan ko na lang kung ano mangyayari. So the OKC has some issue here. SGA 7 out of 19 shooting. 1 out of 6 from the outside. Alex Caruso also 2 out of 12. And that basically tells you the story. So the San Antonio Spurs 3-0. That's very impressive. So, yan po yung isa sa abangan natin. By the way, I'm using the ESPN website kasi talaga yung ESPN website as well. Isa yan sa talagang reliable na statistics. Speaking of reliable statistics, I caught the last quarter of the game because medyo may ginagawa kasi ako nito. But if we look at this, the Dallas Mavericks and the and the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors won 126-116. It's a very special moment because, as you know, the Dallas Mavericks, may player dyan na has been playing for a long time sa Golden State Warriors before they got traded. So, I'm curious kung anong performance ni Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson only played 26 minutes, 7 points lang. But this is the scare, Anthony Davis, 11 minutes lang naglaro and then 3 points lang. Cooper Flag na naman ang nagdala sa kanila. Cooper Flag 27 points pero kulang talaga. And ito yung Brandon Williams. This is the brighter side of the Dallas Mavericks. Sana hindi matrade kasi usually natatrade yung mga ganyan sa Dallas Mavericks. I don't know. But the Dallas Mavericks is in trouble. Especially with the question for them is, ang ganda. Totoo naman, maganda yung Anthony Davis at saka Cooper Flag tandem. The big guys who can score, who can dominate the paint. But the problem is, obviously, Anthony Davis isn't 100% healthy a lot of times. And that was the one of the big question, aside from the age, when Luka was traded to the Lakers. I don't mean to keep harping about this, but that was the main concern of the Dallas Maverick fans. And they were right. So, ayan na nga. Anyway, for the Golden State Warriors, Stephen Curry didn't have a great shooting night. That's 2 out of 10 from the outside, but nonetheless, naka 23 points pa rin yan. 6 out of 8. And it's not the very, but you have the luxury of your teammates na lamang kayo eh. So, and Stephen Curry will keep on shooting. No, and what's impressive about the Golden State Warriors, which seems like eto ay kukunin ko mamaya sa Lakers. We'll talk about the Lakers because the problem I think of the Golden State Warriors could be the same problem as of the Lakers. So if you look at this, the Lakers have Quentin Post as the center, 0 to 4, 3 rebounds. But it seems like, they can make it work. No, yung Al Horford hindi rin masyado supposedly ito yung magpupuno sa center position pero hindi rin masyado gamit. Tracy Jackson Davis, I mean, 5 rebounds. So, but again, they seem to make it work. And if hindi kayo updated, hanapin niyo yung video, medyo nagkainitan nung isang araw si Draymond Green tsaka si Steve Kerr. So, I hope they're okay right now. But sabi nga ni Draymond Green, ganun talaga pag matagal na magkakasama. So eto na, guys. Pag-usapan na natin yung dalawang games na napanood ko. I wanna go ahead and start to talk to you about the Rockets and the Los Angeles Lakers. Like what I said, I thought the Lakers is gonna win. I thought the Lakers is gonna try and come back because dalawang magkakasunod na po sila natalo. So this is not a good stretch for the Los Angeles Lakers, especially they want to test themselves against the Houston Rockets, which halos kaparehas lang sila na standing. Mamaya papakita ko sa inyo yung standing. But natalo po sila, 119-96. Natambakan na naman sila dito. Luka Doncic scored 25 big points. Si LeBron James, maganda rin naman laro niya, but there seems to be a big problem for the Los Angeles Lakers, especially in this game. And I will let you look at this first. Tingnan nyo pong maigi. Ano pong nakikita ninyo? No. So, seems like field goal is not really a big issue. 51 and 53%. So, they have good shooting. In fact, they have a better outside shooting from against the Houston Rockets. But the free throw is so bad. So, that's one problem. But my biggest concern is this one. Look at that rebound. 48 and 25 rebounds. I think that's one of the main reasons kung bakit sila natalo even with the above 50% shooting. So that rebound is 48 against 25, and because of this, they gave away 13 more shots. Houston Rockets attempted 90 shots. Meanwhile, the Lakers only attempted 77%. Hindi mo masyado mapapansin siyempre sa laro, but if you look at the stats, that's not really good. And the Lakers never even led. Look at this, 0. So this is a big problem. And if we drill down further, if you look at this, and this is why I love watching the NBA ESPN pregame show, nakapagbigay sila ng insights na nakakatulong din sa akin. And one of the biggest thing here is if you look at DeAndre Ayton, who played 36 minutes, guys. 36 minutes. The center. Supposedly, the center could grab a lot of rebound, but he only got 2 rebounds. 2 rebounds. Look at that. And look at the rebounding of the whole starting 5. Wala. Si Luka Doncic pa ang may 5 rebounds. Diba? What the? And yung backup nila, si Vanderbilt, okay, 5 rebounds, played 26 minutes. Who else? Wala. So I think that's one of the biggest concern. DeAndre Ayton, dapat yan. Alam ko, Mark Williams pa dapat yung una nilang target, but that didn't happen. So DeAndre Ayton, I think mas kailangan siya na, to control the board. And he did not do that. The big man of the Lakers did not do that. This is what happened. And they end up losing. They are now on a 0-3 skid. Even with LeBron James playing 32 minutes, 18.7 out of 13. But the thing with LeBron James, I mean, he's a great player, but he is no longer the main man of this team. In fact, maybe the third options. Now, get me wrong, guys, no hate here, but it looks like it's Luca and then Austin Reeves and then LeBron James, or maybe give or take. But LeBron James is looking like I mean, he's just playing it. Kumbaga, he is relying or kumbaga nag-step aside siya ng konti. I mean, he still play well, but he knows that this is no longer his team. Do you agree with me or not? So that is the biggest problem of the Lakers. All right. Speaking of biggest problem, man, I thought kasi yung Lakers versus Houston Rockets, medyo I wanted to have a close game, no, na mapanood. And hindi ako na disappoint while watching on Disney Plus because I was able to see a great game, probably the best game of the December 26 Manila time on Disney Plus. This is the game between the Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets. The Timberwolves never wanted to say no and continue to fight until that very moment na Anthony Edwards na technically I think he was frustrated and natawagan siya. He was kicked out of the game. But Anthony Edwards, what an epic day for Anthony Edwards. 44 big points, and he carried the Minnesota Timberwolves until the very moment that he couldn't anymore. And there were some questionable moments, especially nung I think Bones Highland went to the free throw line. They were behind by 5 points, and curiously, Highland intentionally missed the second free throw. So I think there were just like maybe 7 or 8 seconds on the shot clock. So I was curious what they plan to do here. So in fact, if you look at the stats, Minnesota Timberwolves shot better and even attempted more shot, at least three more shots. And the rebounding is also with them. I mean, 47. So how did Denver Nuggets win here? Oh, it was a great win for the Denver Nuggets, especially in their home crowd. Especially, kala ko hindi kumbaga, kala ko aabot pala ng 60 points itong si Nikola Jokic. But then, again, speaking of epic, I think the third most scoring points in the holiday or in the December 25 game coming from Nikola Jokic. So, but by the way, before that, Julius Randle 32, 21, 44. And but the Denver Nuggets, yung chunk of their scoring went to Nikola Jokic, 56 points, 16 rebounds, 15 assists, an MVP performance, or maybe Nikola Jokic, man, arguably one of the parang pwede ng Hall of Famer sa ginagawa niya talaga. He is very talented, a big guy who does a lot of things, and a competitor as well. So Nikola Jokic, 56, 16, and 15 assists. Jamal Murray, on the other hand, 35. If you combine their scoring, 56 and 35, that's 90 points already. This is totally parang sa kanilang dalawa yung scoring. And the outside shooting of Jamal Murray, 9 out of 18, made the big difference. He was clutch. He was really clutch. Talagang parang basta pagkabitaw niya, it's gonna go in. So that was the game. It went to overtime, and the Denver Nuggets held on to the win. And that is our NBA game recap. I just wanted to say um, it was such great games. You know, hindi siya ganun kadami. There were 5 games a day. So I was able to catch 2.5 games. No, 2.5 games. Yung medyo late games kasi yung napapanood ko. And like what I said, you know, I am able to catch it or the games and my favorite games. And kayo din, you know, you can check the highlights. You can download the app. You can go ahead and check it on Disney Plus. You can watch, of course, your Marvel, your Star Wars, and their Disney movies, and of course, NBA games. So Disney Plus. So let's go ahead and look at the standing and the upcoming games. And there are a lot of games coming up on Disney Plus. Of course, it's a selected games. But let me tell you first what's next game. December 27, the Hawks, the Heat, Hornets, Magic, Raptors, Wizards, Celtics, Pacers, ang daming laro, no? Sixers, Bulls, Bucks, Grizzlies, Suns, Pelicans, Piston, Jazz, Clippers, Trailblazers, at least for the moment, yan lang muna kasi there's a lot of games. Obviously, I'm gonna watch the Celtics and the Pacers games, but tell me which game you'd like me to watch aside from the Boston Celtics, who is, if you don't know, my team. So, yan po, no? Let's go ahead and look at the standing. Oh, by the way, one other thing. Let me just add. I think Austin Reeves may be having some injury issues as well. But nonetheless, this is the standing, the Eastern Conference standing, the Detroit Pistons, New York Knicks, Boston Celtics, Toronto Raptors, Philadelphia Sixers, and the Orlando Magic comprises the top 6. And the Cleveland, Miami, Atlanta, and Chicago Bulls, 7 to 10. The reason why the top 6 are secured with the playoff spots. The 7 to 10, they have to fight for the last 2 positions. And Western Conference, OKC Thunder still number 1, even though they got defeated by the San Antonio Spurs, who's currently number 2. So again, we do not know yet. Maybe the San Antonio Spurs will end up being number 1 because they're really getting good. And Oklahoma City Thunders, look at this, 2 losses in a row. Samantalang San Antonio, 8-game winning streak. And so again, Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Lakers still there, number 4. No disrespect, they're a great team. I just do not know if they're a championship contender. I mean, especially if you look at Denver, San Antonio, Oklahoma, and the rest of the top 6. Minnesota Timberwolves, Houston Rockets, not tumalo sa kanila. It's about the same record understanding. Phoenix Suns, Golden State, Memphis, and Portland Trailblazer comprises the top 10, but still very close because the Dallas Mavericks also have 12 wins. So these are the games or the standing of the NBA. So I'm actually very happy to share this to you guys. So sa mga nanonood po, tumabot hanggang dulo, please let me know. I want to grow the community of basketball dito sa Powcast Sports. Even though I'm not creating a lot of contents about basketball recently, I watch every time, especially pag pinapalabas siya sa Disney Plus. Like what I said, yung itong app ng Disney Plus it's one of my favorite app where I could actually watch and the next Disney Plus games we're gonna be able to actually do some recaps as well. In fact, let me do a recap on most of the upcoming games, okay? But let me know what you think of the Lakers. Can the Lakers still, kumbaga, are they a contender? Siguro that's from your perspective. Kasi alam ko dito sa Pilipinas, marami talagang Lakers fans. In fact, pinakamaraming Lakers fans. And again, nothing against you, although rival ang team natin for a long time. I just do not think Lakers is a championship contender, especially with the 2 other teams, unless they make some changes, which is, I don't know, maybe get rid of Hachimura. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll leave you with this. Please, as a reminder, please check Disney Plus and watch NBA games live on Disney Plus, guys.